Good morning, students. Say your prayer. Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் மருதுமறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் மருதுமறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் மருதுமறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students, take your social science book. Take page number 152. Today we will discuss the evolution column. So yesterday we have completed the lesson. So the very first lesson in the geography, the interior of the earth. Okay, so have any doubt? So we discussed the evaluation column. Okay, so take your pencil, then stick pens. So to mark the question and answer, and also choose the correct answer. So choose the correct answer. So first question. So knife is made up of A. Nickel and ferrous. B. Silica and aluminum. C. Silica and magnesium. D. Iron and magnesium. So knife. So Ni for nickel and Fe for ferrous. So knife is made up of option A. Nickel and ferrous. Then second, earthquake and volcanic eruption occur near the edges of A. Mountain. B. Plains. C. Plates. D. Plateaus. You know, so most of the earthquake and volcanic eruption occurs where the plate meet. So occurs where the plate meets. Okay, so they occur near the edges of plates. That is option C. Then third one. So the magnitude of an earthquake is measured by A. Seismograph. B. Richter scale. C. Ammeter. D. Rotometer. So magnitude of an earthquake is measured by using Richter scale. So seismograph is an instrument to measure the earthquake. So the magnitude is measured by using Richter scale. So option B. Then fourth one, the narrow pipe through which magma flow out is called option A. Vent. Then B. Crater. Then C. Focus. Then D. Caldera. So the narrow pipe. So that is the magma from the interior of the earth. So comes to the surface. So through a narrow pipe. That was called as vent. Option A. Then fifth one. So dash volcano is known as the lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea. Option A. Stromboli. Option B. Krakatoa. Then option C. Fujiyama. Then option D. Kilimanjaro. So if you take Kilimanjaro, it is in Africa. So Krakatoa, it is in Indonesia. Fujiyama, it is in Japan. So Stromboli, it is only in Mediterranean Sea. So that is called as lighthouse. Then sixth one. So dash belt is known as the ring of fire. So Pacific ring of fire. So you know, so which one? Option A. Circum-Pacific, or option B. Mid-Atlantic, option G. Mid-Continental, then option D. Antarctic. So which one is correct answer? Option A. Circum-Pacific belt is known as the ring of Pacific. Then fill in the blanks. So the core is separated from the mantle by a boundary called. So the core, so interior of the earth consists of crust, mantle, core. So the core separated from mantle by a boundary line. So it is called as Weichert-Gundenberg discontinuity. So Weichert-Gundenberg discontinuity. Then second Phillips. So the earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as how can you measure the earthquake waves? Seismograph. So the earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as seismograph. Then third one. Magma rises to the surface and spreads over a vast area is known as lava. So the interior of the earth contains molten rock, that was called as magma. When magma comes out during an earthquake or volcanic eruption means it was called as lava. Then fourth one, an example for active volcano. So can you tell the active volcanoes? There are 600 active volcanoes in the world. So some of them are Mount Stromboli, St. Helens, Pinatubo, then Mauna Lava. So just write St. Helens in USA. So an example, they ask only one example. So an example for active volcano is St. Helens in USA. Then fifth, so seismology. So it is the study of earthquakes. So seismology is the study of earthquakes. Then third Roman. So circle the odd one. So first, crust, magma, core, mantle. So the crust, core, mantle are the layers of the earth. So then magma, the molten rock surface. So magma is the odd one. Then second, focus, epicenter, vent, seismic waves. So focus, epicenter, seismic waves. They are related with the earthquake. but vent related with volcanic eruption. So in second, vent is the odd one. Then third, Uttarkashi, Chamoli, Koina, Krakatova. See in this Uttarkashi, Chamoli, Koina are located in India and they are the earthquake region place. Yeah, so in these places earthquake occurred. But Krakatova, it is a volcano, but it is in Indonesia. Okay, so in third question, so Krakatova is the odd one. Then fourth one, lava, caldera, silica and crater. Okay, so lava, caldera, crater, so they are related with volcanoes. But if you take silica, it is in the crust. So silica and aluminum, so it is the chemical composition of the earth crust. Okay, so silica is the odd one. Then fifth one, so Stromboli, Helens, Hawaii, Fujiyama. So Stromboli, Helens, Hawaii, so they are active volcanoes. Then Fujiyama, it is a dormant volcano in Japan. Okay, so Fujiyama is the odd one. Then match the following. So first earthquake. So earthquake means so sudden movement of earth crust. So sudden movement. Then Sima. So Sima means it consists of silica and magnesium. Then Pacific Ring of Fire. So in Pacific Ring of Fire, world major earthquakes and world volcanoes are occur. So third one, Pacific Ring of Fire. So world volcanoes. So tsunami. So it is a Japanese term. Then Mount Kenya. So where it is located? So Kenya is a country. So there is a country in Africa. So Mount Kenya is in Africa. So earthquake, sudden movement, Sima, silica and magnesium, Pacific Ring of Fire, world volcanoes, tsunami, Japanese term, Mount Kenya, Africa. Then fifth barometer, consider the following statement and tick the appropriate answer. So assess and reason. So first, the structure of the earth may be compared to that of an apple. Reason, the interior of the earth consists of crust, mantle, core. So that is we compare earth with apple because the shape of the apple is equal to that of the shape of the earth. Okay, so option A is correct. That is A and R are correct and R explains A. Then second one, assertion. The Pacific Ocean includes 2/3 of the world volcanoes. So the world volcanoes, so most of the major volcanoes, so seen in the Pacific Ocean region. Okay, wow. So reason, the boundary along the eastern and western coast areas of the Pacific Ocean is known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. So reason, they told the boundary along the eastern and western coast of areas of the Pacific Ocean is known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. So both option A, assertion and reason are correct. So because the Pacific Ocean, so both in the eastern and western region, so consist of world active volcanoes. So world major volcanoes in this region only. So 2/3 of the volcanoes were found in this region only. So that's why it was called as Pacific Ring of Fire. So option A. So A and R are correct and R explains A. Then answer in a word. So name the outermost layer of the earth. Yeah, crust. So crust, outermost layer. Then mantle, middle layer. Then core, innermost layer. So outermost layer means crust. Then second, what is Sial? So Sial means silica and aluminum. Then third one, name the movement of the earth lithospheric plates. Tectonic movement. Tectonic movements. Then third one, give an example of extinct volcano. So that is dead volcano. Mount Kenya of Africa. So fourth one, Mount Kenya of Africa. Then eighth barometer, give reason. So give reason and distinguish it. You have to write down in your classwork note. So remember, give reason and distinguish between. You have to note down. You have to write down in your social science classwork note. Okay, va? So first question, no one has been able to take sample from the interior of the earth. Why? Because the innermost layer of the earth is called as core, and the core has high temperature and pressure. Okay, so the innermost layer of the earth is called as core. So the core has high temperature and pressure. So only no one can able to take samples from the interior of the earth. Then second one, so the continental crust is less dense than the oceanic crust. So continental crust, even though have great thick, they are less dense because They are made up of both light and dense rock types. Okay, so the continental crust is made up of both light and dense rock types. Okay, so that's why they are less dense than that of oceanic crust. Distinguish between first one Sial and Sima. So Sial, it is the upper part of the crust. So the upper part of the crust is made up of Sial. Then Sima, so the lower part of the earth crust. So that is the lower part of the earth crust is made of Sima. So Sial, so contains that it has silica and alumina. So Sima, it has silica and magnesium. So Si silica, Ma magnesium. Okay, ma? So you have to note down this in your classwork note. So choose the correct answer. So first question. So knife is made up of A. Nickel and ferrous. B. Silica and aluminum. C. Silica and magnesium. D. Iron and magnesium. So knife. So Ni for nickel and Fe for ferrous. So knife is made up of option A. Nickel and ferrous. Then second. Earthquake and volcanic eruption occur near the edges of A. Mountain. B. Plains. C. Then detail. 10th Roman letter. So write about the effects of earthquake. So take page number 147. So see the last heading, effect of earthquake. So in that, so write the first 3 points. So earthquake may cause changes in the earth surface. Vibrations often set landslide in mountainous region. A great danger in an earthquake is the falling of buildings. So up to that mark. Detail 1. Then in that paragraph, so the last 2 point. Yeah. So that is, so underground water system is naturally disturbed by such movement. Fire is another great danger. Then come to next page. So first line. So tsunami, a Japanese term. So from that to the last line in that paragraph. That is the other regions in the Pacific Ocean. So just above do you know column. Yeah, marked. So this is the answer for first detail. Thank you. So next detail. Then second, describe the classification of volcanoes based on the eruption. So take page number 149, then 150. So 149. So the last heading, the type of volcanoes. So first point, volcanoes are classified according to their periodicity of eruptions. Then strike out under the state of activity such as. So no need. So volcanoes are classified according to their periodicity of eruption as active volcano, dormant volcano, then extinct volcano. Then in active volcano, so mark the first 2 point. So volcanoes that erupt frequently are called active volcanoes. Then second point, most of the active volcanoes lie in the Pacific Ring of Fire belt. Then take page number 150. So see the first line, the last. So Mount Stromboli in Tennessee, St. Helens in USA are some examples, are active volcanoes. So just write are active volcanoes. So strike out in the book and write it. So just write any 2 examples. So they mentioned 4 examples. You mentioned just 2 examples. So 2 mountains. That's enough. Then dormant volcano. So these volcanoes are show no sign of active for many years, but they may become active at any time. So that is the first point only. Then for the second point, so they mention 3 mountains. You write just 2 mountains. Then extinct volcano. So here write the first point. A volcano has not erupted in past 1000 years is often listed as extinct volcano. Then here also write any 2 example. So just mark any 2 example. That's enough. Okay, mark na? Okay. Then name the major zones of volcanic activity and explain any one. So third detail. Answer in page number 150. So distribution of volcanoes in the world. So in that paragraph, the last point, there are 3 major zones of volcanic activities in the world. They are circum-Pacific belt, mid-continental belt, then mid-Atlantic belt. Yeah. Then it's your choice to mark any one of them. So that is, you can mark circum-Pacific belt or mid-continental belt or mid-Atlantic belt. So in this video I have marked the circum-Pacific belt. Yeah, so I think better it is easy for you to mark this. But it's your choice. You can mark the mid-continental belt or the mid-Atlantic belt. Yes, because they asked to explain any one only. So you can mark any one. So in the next page 151 you can also mark. Okay ma? Okay students, so complete your book back exercise, then write down the distinguish between and give reason in your classwork note. Okay ma? So don't forget to write it. Okay ma? So next class we will move to another lesson. Okay ma? Thank you.